So did you know that over 50% of young people nowadays feel chronically lonely, even if they're surrounded by a group of people, even if they're in social situations, they still feel withdrawn and sometimes worse afterwards, leading to more isolation and leading to, hey, I never am going to go out. I'm never going to go out with people or do anything with anybody. It's easier just to be alone. And then what happens is you get so used to that, and as the years go by, it becomes almost your identity, almost who you are. And then it becomes so difficult to even reach out and talk about this kind of thing because it's like there's sort of a hierarchy in there, or there's some kind of, like a social construct in there. Like if you're not the one having all the fun and, being popular and stuff and everybody talking, like being the life of the party, then you are some kind of, loser, right, in some kind of way. Or there's something very deep in there, ingrained in us because we're tribal people. We're human beings. We come from tribe. We come from community. But I just want to let you know that you're not the only one who actually has felt that way. I felt that way a lot in my life, gone out to parties, certain events and stuff. Maybe one day I was on it, was feeling good and talking, and another day it was just like, totally was terrible. I felt like I couldn't connect with anybody at all, even if no matter how hard I tried, I just could not connect with people. And that leads to further kind of depression and darkness, right? And then you start being like, I'm never going to go out, that type of thing. But what that does, though, it kind of, you start to go into darkness further, and you start to miss out on so many good things about life, because really, we are social animals. We are social creatures, and that's not something that's a bad thing. It's just, how do we find authentic connection in a world that is so fake, and there's so many people who let us down in life, and it's so difficult to find that in life. Just want to let you know you're really not alone in that situation. So I want to say the difference between like loneliness and aloneness. There's kind of a difference. So many men today feel like, hey, I am, this is like my identity. I'm a lone wolf, and that's fine. That's not like a bad thing either to like be that way. You need to be able to be comfortable with yourself and stuff. And sometimes, finding that inner peace within yourself, then in social situations, you're kind of, you find strength out of that. But it depends on what stage you're at too. But there's also nothing wrong with wanting genuine human connection. This is something that is so important for all of us. And for me personally, it helped me out of so many things that I was struggling in my life, and I found tribe and culture in Peru, in a South American country, in a more native country. And but there are times too sometimes where I feel that way. Absolutely. This is why I'm actually creating a community here, a network that I can speak and talk in genuine genuine sentences and talk the way I want with guys who get it, and so a lot of people, by having like a community, a group, it actually helps you in the outside world more, because you're able to, you have confidence when you have a group of men like that. But what, we're more connected now than ever, like with social media and stuff, but we're less connected in real life. So real life situations, so much fakeness, on Facebook and stuff, people posting, and you think that they have all these great lives. These guys, that you're comparing yourself to, who have millions and millions of dollars and all these women and stuff, you think that they have a better life than you. Well, maybe they don't. Maybe they wish that they were you. Maybe they would sacrifice their life right now to be in your shoes and not be famous and not have everybody and just kind of be a normal guy. So we have to really look at our blessings and look at where we're at, and like, hey, just because I'm not super famous and rich and all that stuff doesn't mean that, hey, I don't deserve genuine human connection in life, and that I don't deserve a good life. And the cycle of it's like, what's wrong with me? Becomes this cycle of comparing ourselves to others, and that deepens that feeling of isolation when we're always comparing ourselves to these other guys who really, frankly, a lot of it's such an illusion, especially with social media. It becomes an absolute illusion. And now men today, they face an incredible pressure. Society tells us to just tough it out, or that we're only valuable if we fit a certain image for the world, right? Which is really like a false image in so many ways. That, hey, if we're not listening to this certain music, driving this certain car, that you're not cool, the women aren't going to want you. And it's like, hey, that's not true, because if you find your tribe and you raise your vibe too, you will find the right connections in life, the right friends, the right relationships. So don't give up is what I'm saying. So many people, so many men have had bad relationship with friends and women and stuff, and then they just kind of give up. Well, that's really sad too, because your ancestors didn't work so hard for you to be here in this time right now to just give up, you know. But I do understand you. I feel you, and I felt that way a lot. If that's how you're feeling. You know, the rejections too. You've been rejected so many times for, you know, people who have more success or whatever, who get better opportunities, you know, at work, or your girlfriend leaves you for a rich guy or whatever, or a guy who supposedly has it going on. Well, the thing is that you might have some depth that so many other people do not have in life. And the fact that you're even listening here probably means that you do, to some varying degree. And it's like, that's something that you need to really hone in and tap into and figure out what that is. And that's going to be your value that you offer to the world. That's going to be so unique and different that those rich guys and stuff are going to wish that they were you. So you see what I mean? But the thing is, though, a lot of this leads to frustration. You know, when we don't have any community and we don't feel like we have any support, you feel kind of stuck. You don't have the tribe, and that's where the bad habits kick in. You know, the addictions and stuff, the viewing this at night, watching things that just really zap your energy and take a lot of stuff away from you. You know, take away any future relationships, because it really takes a lot of that away. And I just want to let you know that, you know, you're not the only one out there who doesn't feel like you have a purpose or direction. It's okay to be that way. But what I'm promoting here is basically a community of brothers, a community of men who, you know, who really seek actual, genuine, really real relationships, and who are not going to be let down, and who are going to be not judged for, you know, being alone, right? Be it like you see what I mean? It's kind of like we're like lions, strong people, strong thinkers. We think differently from the rest of the world. We think deep and profound. And when we see stupid BS in the world, you know, and terrible music and stuff, and people just being phony at parties and stuff, we want nothing to do with it, you know. But the thing is, when you rise above that, you really can own every space that you walk into in life, and you don't have to let other people affect you anymore. And I've really learned that down here in South America in so many situations. I can't even tell you that I've had to overcome, you know, a lot of these things. And I'm telling you, it's possible. But with a brotherhood, it's even more possible. So if you're tired of being alone, subscribe. And, you know, and tired of not having anybody who just doesn't get it, well, look, I really do get it. If this resonates with you, we're building a tribe right now. We're building a tribe of men, of brothers, and I'm inviting you to be in here. All right? Click the link below and join. Minimum, like and subscribe to this, and I really appreciate you listening. All right? My name is Austin Zest, and we'll talk to you soon. Have a good day.